Hi everyone, we're Sea
Hey.
Monster YK on Oddfud. So we just filmed this, but my phone's like wacky and it didn't record.
Her phone does this thing where it just decides to stop
It
recording.
records like 30 seconds and then stops.
So we wanted to just catch up and talk about the craft fair we recently did.
Yeah, we did a one-day craft fair.
And we want to talk...
First, we wanted to say that this is Sea Monster YK. He does a daily drawing for me every day. So if you're here from the Steffi and Friends, that's his work from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And now
It's embarrassing, but it is also very cute. It's when I first started my illustration journey, and I was switching over from being a graphic designer to being an illustrator. I'm like solidly an illustrator now. Yeah. I sell work.
Full illustrator.
I sell it at craft fairs, on prints. I do commissions.
And he has a very regular, not regular, but very steady live stream that he does on Sea Monster YK. So check him out.
We're filming this in May. I don't know when this comes out. Mm-hmm. Probably still in May. I try to do every day in May. I try to do about 4 2-hour live streams a week if you want to watch me draw.
Yeah, so subscribe to him there and ring the bell to be notified for the live streams. And then subscribe to my channel, Oddfud, if you want to see a daily motivational drawing that just keeps everyone happy.
Yeah, when she was a depresso, I started daily drawings for her to try to cheer her up, to really, because I felt terrified and I needed to do something.
Yeah.
And
it was great. It was something that every single day I had a reason to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
And I still need it sometimes. So I love that you still do it.
I don't know how to stop.
Yeah. So speaking of illustrating and being a paid illustrator, we just had this craft fair. We had a one-day craft fair, and we wanted to give you some insight on, was it worth it? Is it worth it to do an out-of-town one-day craft fair?
So let's just go right into the numbers.
Yeah.
So the fee was, I believe, $90. It's one of the more expensive single-day craft fairs we pay for. I think we have a 2-day one coming up that we always make much more money on. That's $100 entry, or $110. So it's one of the more expensive ones. This craft fair we have done 4 times. Twice we just made a little bit of money. Mm-hmm. And then this was our most successful.
And this was the first time that we had to travel to do it.
Yeah.
So it was lucky.
So we spent about $100 in gas. We did not spend anything on housing because we knew people who lived there. And the entry fee was $90. We took home about $110.
If you count the gas and you count the entry fee, then it's about that.
Yeah.
And then we used some of the entry fee to pay for our next craft fair.
Yeah, so some of the profits we paid for the next craft fair. So I think at the end we took home $70.
Yeah. So we were saying that if you base it just solely on that money, $70, $35 each for a full day of work.
Plus driving,
plus setup, and plus making everything. Mm-hmm. It's not worth it if you do it just based on that.
Pennies.
Yeah.
Quarters on the hour of work.
But there's a lot of hidden benefits to doing the craft fair. So I think you can speak to it better than I can.
Yeah, so one thing that has been, I think is not as hidden, but as you get your name out there, right? Doing a craft fair and doing it consistently is advertising, right? Like, you get commissions almost every time we do a craft fair. Mm-hmm. I have been getting commissions lately. So we both got commissions from this craft fair. That's where we make more of our money, is doing commissions. So that's good. So if we count that, we're bringing it back up to something that's usable. And it's enjoyable.
Yeah. So I think the big thing for me that I gain is before craft fairs, I have no experience in retail.
That's true.
He has like several decades of experience in retail, but I had none. And I think every time I do it, I get a little bit better and better. I get that like thicker skin, and I get more able to like connect with people.
So I always talk about the spiel, right? I can spiel like basically any job I've ever had. I think I could still do the spiel, but the spiel for the craft fair is, hi, I'm Christopher. This is my wife, Fatima. She makes all these junk journals out of recycled and reclaimed materials.
She says it just like that, junk journal.
She also makes handmade paper. And then I do all the illustrations on the greeting cards and the prints behind me. That's our spiel. She's been doing the spiel for the first time at this craft fair, and she sold junk journals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I'm always like, pick them up, look through them, because they don't look as good just sitting there.
Yeah.
They're really more interactive. And then, like, I would be like, that person likes the rubber ducky one. You should look at that rubber ducky.
So this is where she this is where she has started to really take on like full retail salesperson traits, because that's what you got to do. You got to choose if you're going to sell something to somebody. Yeah. You just have to decide that they want a thing,
and you start to know what people
Definitely.
want. And I think optometry is helping me with that too.
I used to play this game at coffee shop where a customer would walk in and the two people behind the counter would try to guess what they were going to get based on their look. You can do it. You can get pretty accurate.
I knew a franchisee of Dunkin' Donuts, and he could do that, like, 99%.
Yeah, like, it's crazy how...
like, you're a crawler, you're a Boston cream, and, like not even knowing anything about them.
Yeah, you're a caramel frappuccino, you're a vanilla latte.
Yeah, so, like, I was looking at someone, and I was like, you're going to really like this one with the rubber ducky on it. And that was great.
Yeah. Yeah, so we didn't make any friends, but we did see our friends. Yeah. We've made new clients. We had a really good time. It's definitely worth it. We stayed 2 nights. If we had to pay for the nights, we wouldn't have made any money. We would have lost money. But one thing that we're looking into is if you stay at campsites, they can be relatively cheap. They're safe. You can you get a bathroom, sometimes a shower, running water, and you just need like a mattress or a camp mattress or to sleep in the car.
Or a tent.
Or both. And
we took inspiration from Coachella videos.
Well, one of the other craft fairs we do offers...
It's a campsite.
It's a campsite. So they offer a campsite for, like, I think, very small extra fee. You can camp at the craft fair. So we've thought about doing that, but we have people to stay with.
Yeah, so this is our hometown, so we're going to have people to stay with. But we may think about doing out-of-town craft fairs just kind of for vacation.
Yeah.
Like we want to see, maybe we want to go back to a town that we used to live in, or maybe we want to see a new little funky town, and we go and we do a craft fair there, and we spend the night there, or maybe we'll spend the night at a campground.
Yeah,
to save some money.
There's a big art fair in one of the old towns we lived in. We never participated when we lived there, but maybe we go back. That would be a really cool thing to visit and do. So the other thing we want to talk about is the finances, like what that ends up meaning. So right now, I am not working full-time as an illustrator. I'm still building clients. I'm working on, like, not just freelance work, but
also on YouTube.
We're building a YouTube audience, and then
start doing a Patreon.
We're going to start the Patreon. Don't worry, we're not asking yet. Yet. But I'm also working on, like, my own project to be my own boss instead of like freelance where you have a million bosses. I mean, you're technically your own boss, but it's a little bit different. So I'm working on that. I'm working on a couple different kids' books. So that'll be really good if that hits.
Yeah, and then there's always the T-shirts and all of that other work that you do.
But what that means is right now, Fatima is still working a regular job.
Yeah. So I have been having a lot of anxiety about working my regular job and also still doing the craft fairs. Honestly, up until this point, I have only been focusing on my regular job. Because I took a long hiatus, I'm having to jump back in. I've had to put a lot of energy into it, and it's kind of exhausting me. And I've been having this unwanted thought that I can't do both.
Mm-hmm.
But during the craft fair, I was doing my thing, I was selling things, I was feeling good. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard to drive out there. And
she doesn't drive.
It wasn't that hard to manage him driving out there, which is my job.
It was the worst and most dangerous driving experience I have ever had, genuinely.
During the craft fair, I had a moment of clarity, and the words that came to my mind were, I can do it all. And something that's come up in my therapy, my support groups that I go to, is that maybe like we don't have kids and we're not going to have kids. And that's usually what people say when they say, I can do it all. I can work and I can have kids, right? But something that in support groups I've learned is that having a kid is just another one of the projects that you and another person have together.
Mm-hmm.
And the craft fairs is a project that you and I have together.
Yeah.
And we can do both. We can do it all.
On the same note as that, I've put up a couple of different motivational sayings around my office. I've never done before, but these really speak to me. One is, if you're going to dream big, dream bigger. Mm-hmm. Is that Rizzo?
Yeah.
And that's Rizzo from Survivor said that last season. And I was like,
this season.
And I was like, holy shit. Or his dad said it. And I was like, holy shit. Like, it's so stupid, but it's so real.
Yeah.
And then the other is,
let's try to fail.
Let's try to fail.
Yeah.
Like, you think you're going to fail, so you don't do a thing. Don't think you're going to fail.
Yeah.
Just go and try to fail.
Yeah. So something, one of my late dance teachers, Becky Young, she warmed us up for the dance concert. And she was like, if you're not, during warm-ups, if you're not pushing yourself off balance, farther than you think you should go, then you're not warming yourself up.
Interesting.
So you should not be keeping yourself in a place of perfect stability, because then what if you trip when you're dancing? Then you're not going to have the wherewithal to get yourself out of it.
Yeah.
Right. So she's...
Yeah, that's true. When I've done sport, you go extreme in the warm-up before the game, or before the main event. I didn't do game sports.
Yeah, so when you're doing all the warm-ups and stuff, you should be trying to fail.
Yeah.
You should be pushing yourself to failure. When you work out, you lift until failure, right?
Mm.
That's how you grow. So that's something that we should work into our work as well.
I'm definitely doing it. I'm saying
so.
Yes until I fail.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely saying yes a lot more. So that's not only sorry, we're at an ice cream shop and there's some kids quacking at each other.
Yeah, if you are watching our Hudson Valley adventures, we're at the Mickey's Igloo ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Filming this in between our Hudson Valley adventures. So
the question, is it worth it, is loaded, because there's so many things that you gain from going out and doing these things. Mm-hmm. Because maybe we never do another craft fair, but now we're going to be able to have an online store so much better. We'll know how to sell things better. And because we'll have that experience with one-on-one with people, you get feedback from people. People have no problem telling you how to do your job when you're selling things to them.
Thank you.
Which we do appreciate. This is the only time you really get that.
I have no problem with, I know some people get really offended. I'm going to take on whatever you say. If I agree or I like what you're saying, I'm going to use it. If not, I'm going to say, cool, thanks. Yeah. So go ahead. Tell me how to do my job. It does not bother me. And then the other thing I wanted to say was, it's an advertising budget.
Yeah.
Right? We don't know how to reach our clientele any other way. Mm-hmm. So we lose money doing a craft fair. We'll chalk that up to advertising. It's our ad spend. We know we are reaching people directly in a way that you can never know if you're spending on posting your Instagram ads.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let us know if you have any questions, if you have any ideas of videos or any questions you'd like to ask us about doing the craft fairs, managing our time, anything we didn't talk about that you were like, they should have talked about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about all.
Let us know in the comments. And then other stuff that we're going to talk about, like tax ID and stuff. A lot of stuff is coming up.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget about Sea Monster YK.
Yeah.
And keep cheering us on, because we're still new at this. We're green.
We're so new at this.
And
we've been doing it for 4 years, but not seriously. It's hard, it takes so long to ramp up.
Yeah. So we are getting more and more serious as we go. So yeah, we can use support.
Bye.